it's Penny. I just wanted to tell all of the signs and all of the people in my life why you are freaking amazing. Aries, you guys are really respectable, hardworking people. You tend to be very loyal towards your friends, and you will fight hard for the things you want in life. And you also push people to fight harder and to better their own lives and to not let petty concerns or things that don't really make sense stand in their way. You don't let your friends have nonsensical obstacles keeping them from the things that they want in life. And you are whacking down and destroying all of the unnecessary obstacles in your own life as well. Taurus. Taurus is like the rock. Taurus is like everyone's rock in life, like our meetup point, our center, our consistency that we know will always be there. It is the rock of Round Rock, which is totally a Texas joke. I don't know if anyone will get it, but there's a lot of cows in Texas. You tend to be very supportive, really great at making people feel comfortable in most situations. And I think anyone who has worked in an environment with a Taurus has come to really appreciate that person. Gemini, you guys are so interesting and you're full of information, like random, useful facts. And it's like this source that we can just tap into. You know, anytime we come to you, we know that you'll have answers, and they might not be answers to the question we asked or relevant, and they might not make sense, but you'll have a lot of things to say. I feel like learning and sharing of information is kind of like manifested through a Gemini. A Gemini is like a computer, but it's like a walking, talking person that pumps blood through its veins. You pick things up from everywhere you go. You collect knowledge. Cancer, you guys will nurture and love the people who need it the most. You will take people in, try to rehabilitate them, help them with their problems. You really know how to care for others. And you know what it means to be strong in a way that most people do not. You know that strength is, at a lot of times, sensitivity. Strength can be becoming vulnerable. Strength is not giving up and caring even when it hurts to do so. Leo! Leos are so fun to be around, and you guys will really just liven things up everywhere you go. And I know we hate it when we don't feel like we can be that. And when we're depressed, it feels like it's the end of the world because we're not the sunlight anymore. You know, we can't make other people happy. We can't have that effect on a room of people. But that's when our heart comes into play and it takes over, and we keep fighting to be happy, to re-find that happiness and keep being the light. A Leo will usually have pretty good intentions. Sometimes they get kind of pouty when things don't go their way, but they try to be good people. Virgos, you guys have this amazing eye to see other things that other people can't. And it's really like you complete the world, like visually, aesthetically, psychologically. You can point out the flaw. You can find the hole in the boat. And things flat out just would not be able to function as smoothly as they do without Virgos. Libra, you guys are such nice, friendly people, and I feel like you are like this bridge in the world that will unite people and bring things together. You always make the effort to reach out and include other people who may not have otherwise been included and might have just sat on the sidelines. Scorpio, you guys are good investigators. You're good at finding what's rare. You ask questions and you embrace what you find. You can be very good at keeping secrets, and I really think Scorpios tend to love people unconditionally. And sometimes that might feel like a pain in the ass because it can get you in a lot of trouble, but at the same time, it's nice. You know, who else is going to do that for you? Sagittarius, you guys have this sort of wisdom that can really change the way people see the world. And you know, there's a lot of people out there with knowledge and perspective, but I don't think anyone can communicate it and create this sort of lens that you can share with other people the same way a Sagittarius does. Capricorn, you guys kind of show us all how to get through the tough times. You're prepared for things that other people are not, and you're like this set of wheels that is more durable, that can go up steeper hills, and you know, you provide that for other people. You come to them when they're having a rough time and you tell them, you know what, this is all you got to do. And you recognize that things are hard work. You don't pretend that life is easy, and you don't expect a cakewalk. You know that you've got to keep a good head on your shoulders. You know you can't just like lose yourself and go completely crazy. You're usually pretty good at keeping your emotions under wraps and keeping yourself in check. Even when you start to lose it, you get right back on track. But you also have a lot of interesting sides to your personality that most people don't usually see. So you're a lot more than what meets the eye. You're not just like a complete hard-ass asshole. Hard-ass asshole. Aquarius see things from such a huge perspective. Like they can see all these little particles everywhere they go. All these little aspects that contribute to everything that we are experiencing in the world. And what's really the problem? What is affecting us all? What has come over us? What has polluted our minds? And they're good at kind of bringing that to light and cleansing it. And kind of with what I said about Rosa Parks, who was an Aquarius, on Twitter, is that she took the smallest action. Like her feet were hurting, that's all it was. And that's what she said. She just wanted to not have to walk all the way to the back of the bus. And this small step that she took made a big difference. And I feel like Aquarius can see that. Aquarius can move mountains with the tap of their foot. Pisces, you guys are good at bringing everyone back to what's really important and what really matters in life. A lot of times you guys function sort of as a mirror, and sometimes it's that you actually, you know, take on the traits of other people and start acting like them and, you know, reciprocating whatever they do. But also you remind people who they are. You clean everything up. You clean up the things that don't matter in life. And sometimes coming and sitting and sometimes coming to sit down with your Pisces friend is like coming home. Well, that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video. I want everyone in my life to know how much I appreciate them and how much I appreciate all of my subscribers. You know, just every time I see the nice, encouraging comments, that is what I do this for. And I guess I'm the type of person who needs a lot of extra reassurance. So definitely appreciate it. Anyway, leave a comment below. I love reading them. And make sure you stay tuned for my next video. Bye, everyone.